Hola, ¿cómo están? My name is Adrian Medina.
Okay, my name is Errol Renaud.
I'm Pat Powell, known as Patu as well.
My name is Phillipe Lincy.
Cuban music is Cuban history. It's Cuba from its foundation since the colonization. When people look at Latin dancing, they say, "Oh, salsa is just a worldwide phenomenon." But it's a worldwide phenomenon that was created because of Cuba, right? And it is very important for us because it's not just a dance. It is a lifestyle. It is religion. It is the way we actually live, and we have rebelled since the colonization. You know, Africans used to love the gods when they were working in the sugar field. And the Spanish colonization didn't want to do that. So what did they do? They just hide the gods behind the Christian gods, you know, and they will still doing whatever they wanted to do. So it is for us, for Cubans, Cuban music is Cuban religion, Cuban history, so who we are. It is the only thing that the government hasn't been able to take away from us. So everything that they did back in the 14th century, so when Cuba was colonized by Spain, everything they did until today, right, is what Cuban music is.
Caribbean music, I would go back to the founding, the music that was the starting for a lot of people as far as the history books are concerned. In Trinidad it was called Calypso, and in Jamaica and other parts it was called Mento. This has been documented as the father of music in the Caribbean. From there it evolved. In Jamaica it went to ska, rocksteady, reggae, dancehall, lovers rock. In Trinidad it went from Calypso to soca, to raga soca, to dancehall soca, chutney. Yeah, and in other islands of the Caribbean we had spooge from Barbados. It's probably not present anymore. It also spawned the Zouk music from the French Caribbean, and those are the main parts of Caribbean music. The most popular being reggae music, roots reggae. So I think Caribbean music is really everybody embracing a bit of everything from each other. You see, people might want to say this is ours, this is theirs, but all in all, the music come from one source, Calypso, Mento, and it's spread out to all of these little other nice little parts. But I would say Trinidad music is Calypso, soca, and then the offshoot of chutney soca and dancehall soca.
Caribbean music. All right, it starts with West Africa. Slaves that were taken from West Africa and imported to work under duress in the Caribbean islands. Now what you also have is other people that come into that mix. So you have the people who colonize you, have an influence on the music you create. So the main ones were the English, the Dutch, the French, and the Spanish. Then after that, maybe a couple of hundred years later, you had Indians came into the picture. You had Assyrians and you had Chinese. But they all play a part because everyone brings their culture with them, and then it gets fused. So you end up with a whole lot of different styles of music. Merengue, you have Calypso, commonly known from Trinidad, but Jamaica had a version of that as well called Mento, and they're very, very similar, and they kind of borrow from each other. When you're talking about Calypso and Mento, they both started off with West African religious backgrounds. You have Zouk, reggae later on in Jamaica, and ska, and lovers rock, soca. You have reggaeton, your rumbas, you have your sambas, you have your salsas. You know, when you think of Caribbean music, It encompasses a little bit of the mainland and all of the islands. So places like Belize, Suriname, Grenada, Guyana, all are involved in that big musical thing. Generally speaking, I would say it's happy music, and you will find that when you're dealing with people that come from hard struggle and suffering, usually the only joy they have is in their music. It helps them to cope with the struggles of their lives.
The Caribbean music influence, all the motherland is from Africa. Either if we use a different melodic instrument or if we use percussive instrument, in the first place the influence is African, because all this is based on the rhythm. The music is attached to a culture. French Caribbean music for me is an influence from Africa, and the melody came also from Africa, but also from the Spanish people. So we were not allowed to carve, okay, from a coconut tree or different tree, wood variety we can find on the island. So we were using this barrel, and the name of these drums is called gros ca. So these drums, of course, is been using for all different ceremony. We've got Zouk music, okay. We got quadrille, we got mazurka, to actually, they're part of our culture.